Welcome to Bonehead Basics 101. Hopefully you're already in undersuit, but in my case I went full Monty on this one, so don't mind me, but I'm just doing this to show you the fundamentals of the basic equipment that every Dirty Dozen player worth of salt should essentially equip themselves with. So with that being said, getting out of the bed, you just hold down on your Y key, or tap it. Usually I hold on to it. And you'll find yourself in your domicile, your hab. Sometimes, if you're really lucky, you'll end up automatically in the hangar, which is even better because it saves you the headache of having to go to the city. And the reason why I picked Area 18, which is located in Artcore, is for just because it's probably one of the more, like all the cities, it can be very complicated. And that's why I did this in this tutorial. So hit F to click it open, be on our way. Oh. Mind you, I forgot, well, never mind. Like most people, it's typical of most players, we just get to running, don't we? So that's probably good that I did that. But there is an inventory terminal that's in there. Call an elevator with your F button. And hit the ground floor. Let me turn off the spam here because some of these people get really weird. Star Citizen has a very robust community. Okay, so here we are at an inventory terminal. You'll find them all over the place at cities. Just get in that, and in general, you'll have your basic, what I used to call the milkman suit. I won't even say what the adults called it. These undersuits are kind of screwed up right now. They're backwards, and they know it. They have to turn them around. But also, too, the inventory is going to get fixed. And what I mean by that is the icons are going to get much more improved in seeing. And eventually, I guess, you're going to be able to scale them. So you can have this entire inventory screen take up your whole space in the future. So there's going to be more customizations to go. With that being said, since we're here, I might as well go ahead and grab some food. There's two ways to do this. One is to hold it, but the problem with that is it sends it straight to your inventory. So I'm going to give myself a couple burritos and just a couple cans of pop. It's always good to have a little bit of food. You don't want to starve in this game because you can die. And if you tap it, just tap your F key, then you actually physically pick it up and put it in your hands. And since I don't have storage inventory, I would right-click, not left-click, but right-click my mouse to store it in my backpack. And for now, I have to carry it. So, what I was showing you when you hold... Oh, no, I don't want to pick that up. Drop that thing. Give me my can of pop back. So, what I want to do here is, just to show you, see, when I held the F key down, it put it in local storage. I'm just going to drag and drop this over here, and then I'm going to also organize it. I can't wait till the day they get this to work. Because that was one of the best features with the inventory rework, is you can click stack all, and everything automatically stacks the way it's supposed to. So I kind of miss that feature. So when it comes to your inventory for your suits, you can either double click, and it works most of the time. But if it doesn't, you can still drag and drop it to the icons. Now, the icon goes green to tell you where it can fit. Now, what we always want to do when we have a basic undersuit and helmet is we want to look for an armored shop or a weapon shop, more so an armored shop. Armored shops should carry both weapons and armor. And once you go in here, you got all your weapons, all your armor. You can, take a look at what suits look cool to you. For the sake of this video, that looks pretty cool, huh? So I'll go ahead and I can just do it just like this, if I want to. And it'll tell you what you're looking at. Arms, legs. I'm just holding down the F button. That's the quickest way, if you just want to right away give yourself some armor. Another way is to go into the ship store, because I need to buy a backpack anyway. And you can break it down by which category that you want. You can even go into the category. Do I need a helmet? Do I need a backpack? Boom. And you got to remember, too, that knowing that I bought medium armor, I have to buy a backpack of the same size or smaller. So that's a medium. That's a light. So I don't want to go with a heavy backpack. It won't fit on my back. I have to have heavy armor for that. So we'll go with a medium backpack. Is green really the color that I want, though? Oh, it's the only color I have. Oh, well. Get one of those. And then we're going to take a look here. We'll go to all categories again, just to make this simple. You can also go into personal weapons. And you want to get yourself a weapon that you want. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and get myself, for just the sake of this, get myself a knife. A scope of some sort, if they're available. I'm clicking on quick buy, by the way. Some people like to carry sidearms. P4 is a tried and true gun. It's a very popular gun, so I bought myself that. I'll get myself some magazines. Just clicks on buy. Just give myself 10. I won't go crazy. And let's see, what else we got here? Miscellaneous. All categories. Scroll up. Sometimes it scrolls down automatically. It's a bug. Yeah, we got drinks, we got food, always. Med pens are always good to get. You can get those at the hospitals too, and usually I get about 4. Oxygen pens, never used them. Never had a reason for them. Don't know why they even serve a purpose in this game just yet. Maybe somewhere in the future they'll do something else with them. Do we have anything else in here that we could potentially need to get? And that's what you got to kind of pay attention to. Attachments. Oh, we get a suppressor. Might as well get one of those. Might as well go silent. The interesting thing about these attachments is they kind of tell you what they do here. It reduces your damage by 8%. That's not good. Anything that reduces damage is not good. But the auto range is minus 60%. So I think it probably does it more for other players, more so than NPCs, because the AI, because they still seem to hear even when I fire at times. So I don't really know what the purpose is behind the audible range modifier. I don't remember if I got a scope or not. I'm getting old, so I'll get it again just in case. All right, so here we go. Oh, there's another scope. Get one just for that too. See what we got here. Okay, so. And what I do is I don't really equip all the armor and stuff, unless I needed to look at it, which is going to be at the inventory terminal. Let's take a look. Knife, backpack, helmet, legs, arms, chest piece. We've already got the undersuit, although I can put a cooler one on. Gun, ammo, check. We got tons of scopes we could play around with. Med pens, silencer, all that cool stuff. So we got all the basics there. Now we're going to go to a place that has utility items, and that would be Dumpster's Depot, or if you're at a station, what they call a cargo center. What you want to do when you're in these places is you want to pay attention to the signs. The signs really tell you where we're going to go. We're going to go to what's called Dumpster's Depot. Everything in these big cities, you just kind of have to pay attention to. And look at the signs. It helps a lot. And I know that Dumpster's Depot is over by Astra Armada, so we're going to go down this way. See it right over there. I like to travel light. Usually in the cities, I move with an undersuit, because it just gets me from A to B faster. You can spend the average time when you're in a city to get from your area to equip to the hangar is roughly 20 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes to take a few. That's if you know where you're going and you cut some corners. Alright, so we're going to look for utility. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Personal weapons. We're going to get ourselves a Cambrio. That's for engineering and doing repairs. We're going to give yourself a multi-tool. It's a critical item. You always want to have one of those. Tractor beam's a must. You can get the bigger tractor beam if you're into hauling. It's not a you don't necessarily need it, but if you're into that kind of stuff, a Cambria is a bigger gun that you could put on your back, and that's used for, you know, larger types of repairs. So we got our basics: tractor beam, multi-tool. I wish I had an orbital mining attachment. Probably take a canister so we could do repairs if we had to in an emergency. And that's pretty much it. You don't need to continuously spend tons of time unless you're going into specialization like mining or salvaging or something. And so, you know, if you ever get lost, look for landmarks and signs that you can recognize that got you from point A to B. As I had mentioned, Astro Armada as a centerpiece for me. So I know exactly where I'm at whenever I see that place. So I'm going to head back to ArcCorp Plaza and a financial district. And once again, this is ArcCorp, Area 18. And a landmark here is always seeing that Gears globe that's in the center. That's your Habs. We're over here. I'm sorry. That's a commission building. Oh, no, that's the Habs. That's right. No, I'm sorry. It's not the Habs. My fault. Trade commission. That's where if you want to sell stuff. We're working on here is just getting you to the hangar, so I'm sorry if I'm sidelining. Oh, we need to go to the hospital. All cities have hospitals. Into the pharmacy here. You can get your med pens. There's a lot of pens here, and it can get very confusing. But stay focused. Don't get into all these med pens just yet. That's something for a later date. And obviously, the medical system is going to have a rework. What I'm buying myself here is a medical gun plus a couple canisters of green juice, as we call it, and the paramedical medical device. Those are all critical items that you need. That paramedical device can be a lifesaver in many cases. It's very, very overpowered for what it does. But, hey, you might as well just go with it, right? So we're going to keep running here, paying attention to signs. There's a convention center. We don't want that. We want to go to the spaceport. By the way, Rikers Memorial Spaceport was a private backer of Star Citizen that passed away. And so they named it after him. It's really awesome for them to do that. You've got to be careful with trams. You don't want to stand too close because the tram has hit people and knocked them over. And sometimes you'll teleport in the tram. In a worst case scenario, you'll fall through the tram and die, and then you got to start all over again. And if you're in a hurry to tool all your gear together, the last thing in the world you want to do is spend another 20 minutes when your org is waiting for you to come to have to get all your gear again. So keep that in mind when you're doing this stuff. Be efficient with your time, and if you could do the stuff way in advance and get it planned, even better. If you master the fundamentals of loadouts that I'm teaching you here, you'll be much more efficient and much quicker, and you're just going to save a great deal of time. One of the things that we're really looking forward to as a community in Star Citizen is the 4.8 update, because apparently that has what's called a transit rework. So elevators will be improved, trams will be improved, wait times will be reduced, and the hangars have been a stigma for over 15 months up to this video. And what I mean by that is you're going to find that your ship, when you pull it from storage, whether it be at the ASOP terminal or standing in the hangar directly, will either warp out, explode, or not even spawn. And then in many cases, you have to claim that ship. It's a big pain in the butt, because if I was a starting player and I was coming into this game to check things out for the first time, and I lost my only ship every time I logged in, I would have uninstalled the game the day I started it. So I encourage you to be patient. They're very well aware of the hangars being busted. It's taken that long because they're that busted for them to get a new system in place that, fingers crossed, will be gone forever. And, you know, in a game where if you don't have a ship, you can't go anywhere, it's very important that they get this right, and we all hope that they do. By the way, if you ever have to pay fines, right here, up to a crime stat 2. Once you get a crime stat 3, you're going to jail. Alright, here we go to the hangars. We're going to go ahead and pull... Oh, mind you that existing ships that you have throughout the game that are either not stored or you need to deliver are going to be in this menu. If you only want to check what's in your locale, swing this to the right, and there you go. And what I'm going to rip out is the Rambler.
Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been delivered. Please visit us again.
Call the elevator. Should have your hangar. Boom. I really hope they speed up these hangar times, too. Thank God my ship is there. Ugh, you don't know how many times I've had ships destroyed. I got PTSD from it, folks. Okay, so all your equipment's in here, and now you can go ahead and you can double-click. Okay, that's one method. The other method, if that doesn't work, you can drag and drop it. Eventually, these icons will be cleaned up. They know that they're not able to be seen. The undersuit is backwards. They screwed up on that. They admit it. Lots of improvements will be coming to inventory. This is just a base model. You'll be able to see the icons better. They'll definitely be bigger. You can actually eventually have the entire inventory screen right here. This whole thing right in front of you. So, you know, customization is coming. If you already have a helmet and you double click, it'll swap it for you. If that doesn't work, I'm going to drag and drop it. Let's say this was stuck in here. You can go ahead and just do it that way. Or you can drag the helmet off, and then put it on. In some cases, some of my gear is going to be completely stuck. So what I've had to do is drag and drop my entire undersuit into this inventory to clean everything off. And it does happen sometimes. So be aware of those types of bugs. So as I had said, these are the basics that you need. Helmet, you don't need the glasses. I know it's kind of cool looking, but you don't need it. Helmet, chest piece, undersuit. You can't put anything on without an undersuit. Put it that way. Arms, legs, backpack. And then you can carry some food. You can now start double-clicking the icons to equip it. The knife goes onto the side for you automatically. You have pouches here for ammo as well as grenades. And you have for your medical pens. Why I said 4. Let's start with that as a baseline. Some people carry med pens in their backpack. It's up to you. Gun. What attachment I want to use, we'll take a look at that in a second here. Med gun. Some people prefer to carry a pistol. Me, because I run with my org mates or teammates, I generally prefer to carry a med gun to help teammates out. A utility tool. Click here, you got your utility tool. That's got a cambio attachment. I don't want that. I usually prefer a tractor beam. That's just me. Looks like an extra cambio attachment. Okay. That's repair juice for this thing, which I'll show in a later video how to utilize that. Put our ammo in here. What? We're full? Nah. Sometimes when it bugs out and you can't put any items, just get out. Go back in. See, and it cleared. I'll go ahead and put that in there for now. And I'll put, let's see, I got a one-time holographic. One time. All right, so we'll go ahead and put these here just for fun. Yeah, I got a coffee mug. I'm a coffee drinker. What can I say? Okay. So now that we have our gun, you'll notice that there's these icons here. You can get that out of your way if you don't like looking at it. You can look at weapons. You can look at gadgets, right? Kind of helps. Gadgets would be your utility item, your knife. This is for mining. They're modules. You don't need that right now. That'll be a later video that I'll explain if you want to specialize your class in a profession. You see it has number 1, number 2. I prefer it to be number 1 because I jam on my number 1 key all the time. The nice thing about this feature is your attachments. You can double click and it does highlight where it goes for you, green to green, you see? So let's try this. Let's take a look what we got here. You could try that scope, right? And then you want to holster your weapon, just makes it easier. Drag and drop that. Let's try this other one. I myself prefer clean sights. That's just me. I don't like less eye candy, the better. So I'm going to go ahead and if I want to get rid of it, so I don't want to carry more extras than I need to, just drag and drop it back in. I got my basics on here. As a recap, you want a full set of armor with an undersuit. You got to have the undersuit to put the armor in anyway. Backpack. Just start with the fundamentals. A primary weapon on your back. That's plenty. Ammo. Food, meaning a drink and something solid. Med juice, cambrio attachment, something if you need to repair. Sometimes I usually throw in an orbital mining attachment. That's more for specialization. We'll talk about that later. You know what? I'm going to get rid of this helmet on the floor. I don't need it. And the thing that'll happen with that helmet when I leave this hangar, since it's not my personal hangar, it'll eventually disappear anyway. And that's the basics right there in a nutshell. Just trying to think off the top of my head, did I miss anything at all? Because fundamentally, this is the stuff that you want to gear up with if you're going to head out. Never, 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 ever go in unprepared. Oh, I knew I forgot something. That's why I was taking my time. Your ammo, you have pouches here. Double click on those and equip them. You can also drag and drop stuff into those areas too. What's broken for now? The stack all feature does not work. It's just broken. It was actually my favorite feature with the inventory rework. I'm hoping they get it fixed and cleaned up so that eventually will work. You're gonna notice at times you have loose magazines that you can't, like I can't drag and drop magazines on top of each other. That's just bugs that are in the game, so get used to it. Eventually they'll clean that up too, hopefully. Fingers crossed. In a part 2, I will show you how to prep your ship. Don't think I have any containers. No, and maybe I'll go ahead in the next in the part 2 also show if you wanted to properly store your ship. Now, as time has progressed, obviously I'm getting hungry. So you've got a couple options here in order to feed yourself. We'll go through that right now. You can hit either right... I recommend left Alt H, and that will store your helmet. I have mine swung in the opposites. You can also do right Alt H, which will store it differently. But if you run into problems where you can't drink or eat because it is a known bug, you're going to have to put the helmet back on, because I hit left Alt H again, and you're going to have to drag and drop it into your backpack. And then you're going to you can carry it, or you can drag and drop it in your hand. Either one works. And in some cases, if it's really bad, you could put the item on the floor, if it's really bad where nothing is working. Hold down your F key and click on drink. And then you just hold your mouse button down. Your left mouse button to be exact, just like you would shoot your gun. Sodas just do not have enough liquid in them, so I gotta drink another one. Drop the item. Split. Carry. See if it does it for me. There it is. Love me a good pop. And I always try to top myself off before I go into the verse. So I'm going to eat myself a nice, wonderful burrito. Good way to start the morning if my digestion doesn't go through the roof. I'm just going to drag and drop this here for the fun of it. All right, folks. Once again, I'm your host, Slay-A-Lot, the org leader of the Dirty Dozen, and I hope you enjoyed this very simple, basic, Bonehead Basics 101, equipping yourself before you head into the verse. signing off.